We now proceed to part 4 of the discussion on parametric surfaces. Here are the exercises or examples for this part. If you want to try answering the exercises first, you may pause the video. If you want to see the solutions already, you may continue playing. We now discuss the first item. Find a set of parametric equations for the surface generated by revolving the plane curve z equals y cubed about the y-axis. We let f of y equals y cubed. So the plane curve has equation of the form z equals f of y. And we're revolving this about the y-axis. So a set of parametric equations will be, since we are revolving about the y-axis, we have y equals y. Since the equation of the plane curve is of the form z equals f of y, one of the parametric equations will be z equals f of y cosine theta. And for the remaining variable, we have x equals f of y sine theta. Since f of y equals y cubed, we have x equals y cubed sine theta, y equals y, z equals y cubed cosine theta. So we are done with the first example. We proceed to the next item. For this example, pareho pa rin yung plane curve, but this time, the axis of rotation will now be the z-axis. If we write the equation of the plane curve in the form z equals f of y, then the variable inside f, yung y, iba na siya doon sa variable doon sa axis, which is z. So we have to express the equation of the plane curve in the form y equals f of z, so that the variable inside f will be the same as the variable in the axis, which is z. Here we express y in terms of z, and we get, since z equals y cubed, we have y equals the cube root of z. Equivalent equation din ito ng plane curve. Let f of z equals cube root of z. So the plane curve has equation already of the form y equals f of z. We are now ready to have the set of parametric equations. Since we are revolving about the z-axis, we have z equals z. Since the equation of the plane curve, ito, is of the form y equals f of z, y is equal to f of z cosine theta is one of the parametric equations. And for the remaining variable x, it's equal to f of z sine theta. Since f of z equals the cube root of z, then our parametric equations will be x equals cube root of z sine theta, y equals cube root of z cosine theta, z equals z. We are now done with this example. We proceed to the next item. This time the plane curve has equation 2z minus 3 raised to x plus 1 equals 0. And the axis is the x-axis. Since we want to revolve the plane curve about the x-axis, we express z in terms of x. From this equation, we get 2z equals 3 raised to x plus 1. So that z equals 3 raised to x plus 1 all over 2. letting f of x be 3 raised to x plus 1 over 2. We are now ready to have the parametric equations. Since our plane curve is to be revolved about the x-axis, we have x equals x. Since the equation of the plane curve is of the form z equals f of x, then one of the parametric equations will be z equals f of x cosine theta. Tapos yung natitirang variable, we have y equals f of x sine theta. Since f of x equals 3 raised to x plus 1 all over 2, we get these parametric equations. X equals x, y equals 3 raised to x plus 1 over 2 times sine theta. Z equals 3 raised to x plus 1 over 2 times cosine theta. We are now done with this example, and we are now finished with part 4 of the discussion. If you have any questions, you may ask your teacher. Meron pang part 5 yung discussion on parametric surfaces on the next video.